So I want to show you guys something. So on the power wire here, the car is off. The thing is disconnected. As I read my voltage here, it says 13.2 volts on the power wire. We have an issue where the amp is going into protect mode. Sometimes when it's trying to play, it'll be back from green and good to go to like protect mode as it's trying to hit. So I was diagnosing this, and the issue is when I plug in for power, this is the power wire here. Once I plug it in, it'll connect to Bluetooth on my phone. I'll lose everything. So essentially what's happening is I plug this wire in here, the radio gets power and turns on, and I all of a sudden lose voltage back to the amp. When I test at the battery, when I test for the battery here to here, I get the 14 volts running, but when I test from the ground to this side of this fuse, I'm only getting 8 point whatever volts, and that's throwing my amplifier into protect mode. Curious why that's happening. I'm not sure. I think it has something to do with the door. There's a door thing back here on this one. I think there's one over there, one over here, one over there. I think that might be the issue, but I'm not sure. We'll have to do some stuff to figure it out. But I'll show you guys real quick. When I plug this in, it's going to connect the Bluetooth. I'm going to lose all my audio. Power's on. Ground. 8.7 volts. You disconnect that. All right, so we disconnected the remote wire, and we're gonna run the test again to see if that fixes our issue. And with the radio on, it does in fact fix the issue. So the issue is something to do with the remote wire. The remote wire is wired to the radio incorrectly, to a wrong wire, and I did the wiring. One of the wires that was like cut off is in fact, it's correct. It said the not antenna, it said the remote turn on or whatever. It was the remote wire because it was aftermarket. It's just really easy to do it that way. Being that I'm having these kinds of issues, I'm just going to run the remote wire from the battery with a 1 amp fuse, and then from the 1 amp fuse to a toggle switch, and then to manually turn this on and off, so it doesn't drain the battery, the switch, then from the switch back to